Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4, and today WTF is Galaxy Hunters. Well, our host Lipstickpaddy is going to be taking a look at this really cool game, but it does ring a bell. Have you heard of this before? Maybe. Well, anyway, Lipstickpaddy, are you there? Please tell us all about this wonderful game. Well, here she is, Galaxy Hunters. Not the first time we've seen this game. Yeah, it reared its head around 2 years ago. And the project got cancelled, and here it is 2 years later. Is it any different? Well, it's not doing too well, I must say that much. They've changed the Kickstarter video, and the video has budget all over it. It's like they didn't bother really doing much with it. In fact, it leaves much to be desired in the video. It really does. Just weird animation and stuff. I don't usually call out videos, but this is the second Kickstarter, and the video is one of the reasons most people look at to see the quality of the game. And the video's still not been addressed. It still leaves questions. Anyway, what's the game? Just getting all the bugbears out of here. Well, the leading out the gate here, and the English down this site is pretty awful, really. Look at this. All this comes extra with every copy. All this comes extra with every copy. Like, it's such a strange sentence. What do you mean every copy? I'm only buying one copy. Well, why are you putting every copy in here? What's going on with this English? I'm going to be dogging a little bit on this project, but trust me, I do recommend it. It's why it's on the channel, peeps. I'm only showing you because it is an interesting project, but I just want to point out some mistakes that they have done here. Trying to help the publisher also, because if it gets pulled again, and they're coming back for a third Kickstarter on this project, which is still a possibility, then they need to know what they need to fix. Anyway, this is all the stretch goals have been unlocked early, is what they're trying to say here. As you know, the project didn't set on fire when it launched, so they're unlocking the 4 mechs here. More melee weapons and, more of the game stuff. You're getting some new pilots, some new enemy types, and all that stuff. So, a little bit disappointing. If this was the stretch goals, none of the stretch goals are updating the quality of the components. And yes, you're coming in at $79 because of all these giant mechs, but we don't mind paying extra if the components are great. And but anyway, we shall go on. There's interesting stuff here too. So now, it doesn't give sizes of the board. You don't get a size of how big this, but it is very big. You can see the player board size is large, and it's going to get even bigger as you're collecting these hexagons all the way around this. Furthermore, if you get the expansion, the $99 expansion, which is definitely worth your time, it's going to get even bigger. There's like a third part coming to this, which is great. Really opens up your board into something even bigger. What I like about this board as well is there's like an alien planet down here, and these aliens, if you don't take these out, they will start marauding around the board and turning these planets into places you can visit with your ships, because it is a little bit of a worker placement where your ships are going out doing stuff on these planets, whether it's farming or trading, whatever you're getting from them. This is going to be important because you need to upgrade your mech, you need to upgrade your pilot. So you're not going to be all out warfare. There is an element of an RPG with your players. It's got an interesting pilot mech combo where you can switch out a pilot for different mechs, so there's good variability at the beginning. And it does look interesting. There's a few art issues that I've got with it though that will come down, which this is another problem with it. It's coming out in December. It doesn't have it's not going to have another year for people to address the problems. Can you fix this? Can you do that? Are you doing this? No, this is pretty much a finished project here. So what you've got here is what you've got. It's coming out Christmas time. I'm assuming that means it's already printed, right? Because if you've got any Kickstarters at the minute, they're all delayed! They're all delayed! I've got Kickstarters that should have come in spring that have been delayed because of manufacturing holdups with COVID in China. So I'm assuming this is already rocking to roll, right? Because that's optimistic, is December. Now the mechs themselves are looking great, and they are large. They've got interesting bases at the bottom. The bases look super biscuit thin, don't they? They're not like chunky bits. And it would have been nice to have a bit more features on the base. I don't know. The bases just look very thin. It just could be because of the scale of the mechs, but they are looking great, and it would be nice certainly to paint these up. I'd go definitely be a little bit of punk style on this, pink and blacks and stuff, and blues and yellows on one of them, maybe a green and orange one. I don't know, you can go really funky. Definitely go vibrant with these mechs is my suggestion. These colours at the back are like the boring Transformer, the boring design of the Transformer peeps at the back here, just dull as dishwater. I'm going a bit more mech warrior with my mechs and jazzing them up a bit with vibrancy. You're not going to camouflage a mech, are you? It's just stupid. So paint it up, jazz it up, baby. And that's what I think. Marine Sphinx here. It's kind of okay, but there's just a little bit of, I don't know, dullness with these armors. They're absolutely huge, these. You could really go to town with them, and it would have been nice for them to show some painted versions of them that go beyond the art that you've put for them. So yeah, pretty cool. I do like the fact that they've got some melee mechs, which sounds insane that you've got melee mechs, but I'm guessing these aliens are not range fighters, so it has a little bit of sense. Also, when you do attack the aliens, you suffer an attack immediately, but it's a bit strange, isn't it? Because if you're coming in here with this mech here with these guns, these are all ranged guns. And Lightning Angel, how are you supposed to get an attack on him when he's potentially flying? So I would have preferred, instead of instead of when you attack an alien, it immediately attacks you. It's a melee alien. How is it attacking me immediately? You can't get an ambush on it. It would have been better if the points to attack, that damage that you would damage, the damage you're going to take, it would have felt better as a player if that was recon points. You had to reconnaissance the planet to see where the aliens are to go down and attack them. This alien's pretty hard to find, so you take 5 something to get to it instead of 5 damage, because it's it's daft going in. It's shields anyway, but I'm just saying it doesn't sound great. Now all these comments are 2 years old. It's like the game didn't evolve. The game pretty much stayed the same, and they're potentially happy with the design. They're not really interested in you know, what they could do with it. It was basically left on the back burner while the designer went on to his next game, and he didn't really put his heart into pushing it beyond its own deadline. And that's a little bit of a problem when you've got designers, Danny Alves in this case, that are working on lots of projects, because they have to have a deadline, they have to put it on the back burner, and they cannot spend the next year on this one project, polishing it and making sure it's got the best of everything. And I'm only saying that because this came out 2 years ago on Kickstarter, and it's not changed, peeps. Oh, come on. Anyway, you can see Desert Strike here getting a lot of upgrades, but the upgrades themselves, they don't look anything interesting, do they? I mean, if you're getting a new type of missile, a new type of gun, I mean, this is supposed to be a weapon. I mean, look at this, just iconography and just, I don't know, it would have been nicer to have oversized cards and stuff, but he really wanted to go with this tile system going around the outside, and it is what it is. But I've said in many of my videos before, you choose a hex and you absolutely limit yourself to what you can put on it. But hey, it's still pretty groovy though. I mean, getting all these around your mech, getting stronger, and hoping there's player aids, because if this is a game that's so easy to play, well, not with all those icons, it's not. And I mean, I know my player base, and I know my player base don't like icons, so hey. So yeah, here's the core box. A game board, we don't know how big it is. They're not. There's no add-on for a neoprene version of it, sadly. No pictures of mechs, what they could look like if an artist got on them. Art style of the mechs and the pilots is okay. I don't mind it. The specialist cards are a little, I don't like them too much because they've all got the same background. You know, the miner should look like he's, I don't know, a uranium mine in the background would look cool. The radioactive specialist, where does he work? I want to see the background. It would pull me more into the world. And also these baddies, the aliens, you've got like artwork which is the same across a couple of the cards, and that's okay because you're going to get like 3 aliens, but you might have one of these, and the fact that they don't have a name, it's like we don't want to use any English other than one word, like these guys here, whatever you want to call them. Shark Face, I'm going to call him. Let's say there's 2 Sharkfish cards, very similar. One of them is a boss version of him, much stronger, the strongest of the Shark Faces. So you call it, I'm going to call him the boss, the mini boss of the Shark Faces. And it looks the same. I mean, come on. If you've got the stronger version of this card, maybe put some stripes, tiger stripes on him to show he's like the alpha. The alpha shouldn't look the same. Oh man, what's going on with the artist here? Oh, this stuff angers me, peeps. It angers me. But it is what it is. I do like this mutant tile here because it does show you backgrounds and it brings you into the lore here. You can see nice helicopter here. These aliens are huge. They really are big, aren't they? So yeah, there is some very cool stuff here, but it's a little bit up and down. I'd like to see names of the enemies. I'd like to see variations if they're stronger enemies, just variation of color, maybe some decals on the markings or whatever. I'd love to see backgrounds on these pictures here. And why am I saying all this? You keep asking. Well, it might go to a 3rd Kickstarter if it doesn't go through, right? I'd still definitely want to play the game. I mean, come on, peeps. It looks superb. Pilot upgrades. Yep, very cool to upgrade your pilot, upgrade your mech. There's more stuff coming in the expansion, which is very cool. Now, on the videos that you've put down here, the 2-year-old videos, there's no new video of the Kickstarter. All the tokens were like cardboard pop-outs, and it left a real cheesy feel to the game. And these reputation turn markers, they're like tiddlywinks. Oh my god, they're terrible. Like little thin discs, tiddlywinks from 1980 you're bringing in this game. And these stack cubes, they could have been transparent. These agent ships have a very strange shape for being a spaceship shaped like that. I mean, come on. I don't know, if you supplied stickers to put on this, it might make it feel better for me, but it is odd that the workers all are in this weird shape. I mean, how would that even look if it was a spaceship? I don't know. The resource tokens here, not looking too hot either, using some colours that are a bit weird here. And you've got these kind of credit ones. I do like those though, and all that good stuff. And the resource tracker here, tracking a resource, like that's the best you could do with the resource tracker. You know, if you're coming to Kickstarter, this is where miracles happen, peeps. And it's like, just because this is your base Kickstarter doesn't mean you can evolve it through the process. You've had 2 years on this. And it's weird, isn't it? Because they've got this plus a Kickstarter exclusive, this douche here. But you've already, in your stretch goals, you've unlocked. So up here, you've also got 4. So there's 5. There are 5 Kickstarter mechs that you're getting with it. So Kickstarter specialist ones. Anyway. So this is the expansion, and it's pretty cool. It goes to 5 players. You get your tic tac. Or it gives you a pink colour if people like to play pink, right? You get a new pilot and a new mech. Some great dice like you would not want to play without these, and everything you've got here really should have gone into the base game, in my opinion, because it's all amazing stuff. And you also get ambassadors that you can put down on planets, which is very thematic too. And like, for example, if you've got an ambassador on a planet and an alien invades, then you've got some intel, you've got some reconnaissance going on down there. I don't know. I'm talking about my... I don't know. You could be more thematic and feel not as painful as soon as you attack the planet, you get attacked yourself. Well, the planets are fairly big. How are they attacking you immediately when you go on? Now, these are the extra boards that you put to the right of the mech, so your player board area gets much larger. This is great. I love large area player boards when they come out, and it's great. I love this guy here, Krill. He looks like a race from Mass Effect 3. Very good. And again, these boring cubes, man. It has a little bit of retail space, and the tic-tac-toes. You can see here though how it plugs in, and you're going to have an even bigger area to put tiles around. So this is going to be great table presence when you've got the expansion in. The stretch goals then come in its own Diddy box, and it's $99 for the whole shebang, which is fairly okay. I mean, it's these components, the tic-tac-toe, the non-translucent cubes, the strange worker ships. old videos that you've got, which are saying we have not changed the game. You could have changed some of the components, or at least stretch goals the components, or had an add-on for components. And yes, it does say these are draft rules that are subject to change, but you know, you're very close to shipping, peeps. I mean, we're in September. When are you shipping it out to backers? I mean, the game was delayed in 2018, the Kickstarter, and it has had its problems. But I'm guessing update some of the art, like the background of these. You know, upgrade the components. You're not that far off from being great, but it's that above average that you're at the minute, which is my concern. And a couple of these again should be like alpha of what the aliens are called. I don't know, is it not weird that they've not got names for these aliens? I don't know. But yeah, it is looking very cool. Shipping is a little bit on the high side, especially rest of the world. And I'll tell you now, IDW, there's a new trend in Kickstarter, which is to use Amazon shipping. Amazon shipping have got that big. Kickstarters are now using them to ship to different countries, which is pretty cool, actually. So, yeah, again, the shipping, Kickstarter companies don't like to kind of do much research on shipping companies, and this is why if you're not in mainstream companies like the US or the UK, you're getting stung with shipping. But it's interesting, the expansion here, and I don't know, peeps, I don't know, is this high for you? Let me know if it's high for you. I mean, for me, $70 for shipping to Mexico when we are in the trade zone of the United States and Canada. I'm pretty sure if you're in Canada, it's going to get shipped from the United States, and if we're in Mexico here, it gets shipped from the United States, and shipping to Mexico is the same as shipping to Canada from the United States. So why are we paying $70? Get your research done. You know, we've got Trump's USMCA in, and they still put this on for the rest of the world. Mexico needs to be up here. Yeah, there's only been a few Kickstarters since the Trade Act went in that have actually put Mexico in the same range as Canada. So again, this could be a hangover from 2 years ago when the Kickstarter was designed, but yeah, it could do an update on its shipping. And especially there's a little bit going on in Europe at the minute with shipping to there, and they've not addressed what that shipping is. So they've not got an FAQ, which is sloppy at best, and their updates are okay, and there's a little bit of buzz in the comments, which is good to see, but it's got 2 weeks to go, so who knows what's coming. And fingers crossed, peeps, that they announce some upgrades to get rid of those tic-tac-toes. Oh my god, if there's any one component you'd want to throw away, it's those 1 cent tic-tac-toes. Oh my goodness me. Anyway, Galaxy Hunter is looking a really cool game. Updating your pilot, your mech, going around, upgrading, busting the asses of the aliens, and all that good stuff, and finally completing your board by getting all the things around it, and then it becomes a Euro game at the end to see who's done more than the others, which is more like a who's the best hunter, who's the best Galaxy Hunter by the end. I prefer to say it like that. So do we recommend it? We do, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's very unique, isn't it? Very fresh take. I wouldn't say it's like Pacific Rim, because you're not on Earth, are you? You're traveling through different planets and all that good stuff. So it's way beyond Pacific Rim. It is its own kettle of fish, and I like it for that. as well. I do like the IP that you've got here. It's very, very cool, and please do check it out. Sad that you've got to watch Kickstarter videos from 2 years ago, but that's the way they rock and rolled with this game. It was put on the back burner. It's come out to Kickstarter again with a new video and not much else, peeps. So yeah, super great mech game with simple combat, simple to get into, a little bit of engine building, a little bit of upgrading, RPG, and a little bit of Euro thrown in for good measure. So that has been Galaxy Hunters, a real interesting game that needs a little bit of polish, but yeah, this one you can back, and it's coming for Christmas apparently, so yeah, get on it. So there you go, this has been Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up and all that good stuff. So you take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.